Welcome to Car Free Conversations. This is a podcast where we talk about making the most of St. Pete without the use of a car. My name is Domenico,
And I'm Sumitra.
and today we're going to be talking about some Halloween events that are going on around St. Pete, two in particular that we're going to be featuring and talking about. But before we do that, we have a very interesting sort of lightning round, would you call it, Sumitra?
Yeah, and we should talk about like what we are dressing up for Halloween,
Oh,
like that.
yes.
I
What are
mean,
you What are you dressing up for Halloween?
so so I recently moved to Chicago in August, so like I haven't had like any bandwidth to even think about a Halloween costume. But I was thinking that since like I moved from St. Pete, I was going to be very cheesy and kind of dress up like in like a very cliche Florida motif. So like either either a flamingo, either an alligator, either a palm tree, or as like a pelican, which is like the St. Pete word. So I will see. I'm going to like pull the trigger on it pretty soon. I mean, I need to. So we'll see. Or like all of them, depending on like what I find for costumes.
Like a Florida postcard collage of sorts.
Exactly. Yeah.
I also had honestly I've been having trouble figuring out what I want to be for Halloween this year. But I'm sort of narrowing in on something. And so last year I was Spider-Man.
Yes.
And I learned that there is something very special about being Spider-Man on Halloween as an adult that is very different than being Spider-Man as a child, right? Because I've dressed up as Spider-Man as a kid, right? And it's fun. But the thing about dressing up as Spider-Man as an adult is that all the little kids that are dressed up as Spider-Man get so excited when they see you because they think that they're meeting the real Spider-Man.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, and it's really
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Like the whole family would come up to me and be like, "Oh, can we take a picture with you?" And it's just really fun and endearing and like gave a whole new sort of angle to experiencing Halloween. So I was thinking about maybe like doing the Miles Morales Spider-Man this year.
Oh,
So just getting a different Spider-Man costume.
sure.
Uh so that'll be one costume. But I usually do like a few costumes because there's like different events, you know. But that's one of them, and I haven't decided what the other ones are going to be.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
That's cool. You could just do like a whole series of Spider-Man. Like
Yes, there are so many Spider-Man. Yeah, I could. I could.
it could be Venom, you could be, like
Venom would be really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, there's the Spider-Man where he's like Spider-Man Venom where he
Yeah.
in like
Right.
Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire where he's like got the black and silver suit that looks really cool. So yeah, I can just keep going and just,
That's true.
be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. That's what we're being for Halloween. Um let's move on to this. What are we calling this? Trick or treat?
Yes.
This trick or treat segment. So neither of us put these questions together. We have a ghost host today who's going to be flashing flashcards on our screen, and we're going to be reading a fact, and then Savitra and I have to decide if it is a trick or a treat, if it's true or false. So the first one is speed is a factor in 21% of traffic crashes. Um, what do you think, Samitra?
Feel like this is true.
I feel like it would be higher, no?
That's what I was thinking as well, but like 21% seems like a high enough number, don't you think?
What
Like,
other things would be a factor in traffic crashes?
yeah, that's true. I mean, distracted driving,
Oh,
also like road conditions,
changing lanes.
yeah.
Okay, so all right. So
But
let's so, do we say this is a treat? Because it doesn't, it's very morbid to say it's a treat.
I know.
But so we're saying, okay, so we're gonna say that speed is indeed a
Wait,
factor.
there is a hint. Should
There's a
we
hint.
use a hint?
Oh, there is a hint. Oh no, it's a trick. We were
Oh,
just given the answer. We were just flashed the answer. It's a trick. Speed is a factor in approximately 30% of traffic crashes.
all right. That makes more sense. The second one is you may park rentable e-scooters and e-bikes anywhere once you reach your destination.
Okay,
This,
we both know this answer.
yeah, this is categorically false, especially for St. Pete. Like I know like different jurisdiction have their own laws, but this is false for St. Pete.
Yeah, I've been to other places where they let you drop off your e-scooters wherever you want. And I will admit it is a mess. And I like that St. Pete has the rule that you have to drop it off at a station. Um, yes. So the answer is trick. Parking only permitted in designated bike share hubs and parking zones marked on the operator's app. All right, the next one. The acronym BRT stands for Bus Regional Transportation in Transit Systems.
This is a trick as well
This is
because
also, it's
yeah,
close.
it is very close. BRT stands for Bus Rapid Transit.
Yeah, and our BRT system is the Sunrunner. And if you haven't ridden the Sunrunner yet, definitely check it out. Um it is an experience that is different enough from a regular bus that you might feel differently about it. I love this riding the Sunrunner. I think it's a great system. I like it a lot more than riding the regular PSTA buses. And our route that we have is really useful as it goes east to west through St. Pete.
Yeah.
Who's reading this one? Is it me or you? Is it me? It's
I
me.
think, yeah.
Yeah. All right. The next one is a helmet is the most important safety equipment for a micro mobility user. I think I think this is a treat.
Yes, it is a treat for sure. Yeah.
I think it is the most important safety equipment. It is. It is a treat. Yes. Always wear your helmet.
Bicyclists and micromobility users should always yield to pedestrians at intersections and crossings.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a treat as well. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. You should always stop for pedestrians if you're in a vehicle. I
any kind
feel
of
like,
any kind of vehicle.
yeah,
Like,
any vehicle, you always stop for pedestrians. And a lot of people don't realize this, but once a pedestrian walks into the intersection, they have the right of way. You need to let them
and you
continue.
have the responsibility to stop if you can.
Yeah, yeah, not run them over.
Right.
Just PSA to everybody who doesn't know that. Don't run over pedestrians. Let them cross the street. Bicycling regularly can increase cardiovascular fitness, improve joint mobility, and decrease stress.
This seems like a treat as well. Like,
Right, it has to be true.
yeah. Also, I mean, such a treat. Like all
Such a
around.
Yes, all around a treat.
Two people are allowed to ride the Veo e-scooters at the same time. This is a trick. Please
Yeah, this is definitely a trick. Um,
don't do it.
there are one-person vehicles. Only one person can ride them at a time.
Yeah, you can be off balance, like your second person could be off balance, and that could like definitely get, just mess up your balance and you could just fall flat on your face. So please don't do it.
And I have to say, I know I don't know about the Lime app, but the Veo app makes it really easy for you to rent multiple
Yeah.
scooters. So if you have a friend, instead of making them download the app, I know that can be like, feel like cumbersome, right? You can just check out a second scooter for them on your account. And so it's very easy to rent two scooters instead of trying to break the law.
That's true. In the 5 years from 2006 through 2010, more than 500 tickets were issued in the entire state of Florida for violating the 3-foot law.
Okay, can we review the 3-foot law, Sumitra?
Yes, I'm not sure. Is it it's that the
Do you like the way I posed the question so that you had to answer so this way I didn't have
that in
to?
itself was a trick. Yes. I think it's like where the car has to stop like a 3 foot from a pedestrian crossing, right? Like, isn't that the law?
Yeah, that is it. I think that is the law. That sounds right. Um, do you believe that we've the driver must give okay, sorry, we just got a little teleprompt. The driver must give a bicyclist 3 feet of passing space.
I
Um,
think this statistic is a treat, which is very concerning because I
well,
think this came up with her conversation with the people from the rideshare app where you get points if you are like a good driver. Trip Score. When we interviewed people from Trip Score, this like factoid came up, and we were both flabbergasted about like how low this number is. So I feel like this is a treat, and it's a concerning treat.
oh, it's even lower. 337 tickets were issued in the state of Florida enforcing the law over 5 years. And I'm not, that is that is appalling, but I'm not terribly surprised because I see people doing it all the time and they're not getting in trouble.
Yeah.
I've also seen people like I've been riding a bicycle and I see cars just whoosh around me in a one lane, right? They kind of just pass me up, even though you're if there's only one lane, you're really not supposed to do that. It's very intimidating to a bicyclist and it can cause them to get hurt. But they don't get in trouble for it. So yeah, I wish that we were more respectful of bicyclists and pedestrians for sure.
Every
Okay, I think oh yeah, go ahead. I think we kind of already gave the answer to this in an earlier one. Go ahead. Go ahead, read it.
every intersection is considered a crosswalk, whether it is marked or unmarked. This is a treat,
It
and I'm
is.
glad that this is a treat as someone who walks a lot.
Yeah. hmm Cyclists should keep a 3-foot distance from parked cars. Um, that seems sensible to me.
It
3
does.
feet.
Is it always possible though?
Uh,
I feel like this is a treat for sure. Yeah, it is. But like, I mean, there are some bike lanes in Chicago where you have
it's
like parking on the other side of them.
yeah. I
And
was
so,
thinking exactly.
right. So I guess, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but you should. I do have a friend that actually got it, rode his bike into a car that was backing out of a spot recently, and he broke
Oh,
his tooth.
oh no.
So yeah, be careful, guys.
I think you're reading this one.
Oh, the law requires motorists who are passing the slower moving cyclist to give the cyclist a cushion of safety of at least 2 feet between the vehicle and the bicycle. So this feels too specific for it to be a trick, you know?
Yeah.
2 feet is not a lot of distance. Oh, okay. It was a trick.
Yeah,
Law requires that cars leave 3 feet of space when
we
passing a
just
bicycle.
we had just answered this earlier.
We talk too much, I think, is what it.
I
But
think
it's
so.
okay, look, this is a radio thing, so
Yeah.
talking is what we're here to do. All right, what's the next one?
40% of Florida's population lives within 1 mile of bicycle facilities. That number
Uh,
is high for Florida.
I think it's a trick. But I remember seeing this number somewhere, and I forgot it already. But I think it's much lower. I'm
Ah,
gonna say it's a trick.
I think it's a trick. Yep.
Wait,
What?
it's higher. 60% live within 1 mile of bicycle facilities.
I am. My jaw is on the floor.
I'm gonna investigate this further. I want everybody who's listening to investigate this. I want everybody who's listening to measure the distance to the nearest bicycle facility and get back to us. I think in St. Pete we're pretty good, but I
Yeah.
feel like if you live, I don't know, like what if you live in Pasco County? Like,
So maybe like it averages out, but I don't know.
okay. All right, we got 3 more. You are permitted to ride rentable e-scooters and e-bikes on sidewalks, in parks, and in parking garages. Uh,
This is a trick.
this is most definitely a trick. You can't ride your e-scooter and e-bikes on a sidewalk. Uh, I see people doing it all the time, and
Yeah.
it's dangerous because you
Yeah.
can really endanger pedestrians that are
Yeah.
walking.
Pedestrian always have the right of way at crosswalks, and it is a traffic violation to not let them cross once they are within the crosswalk. This is a treat.
Yeah, that's a treat. Yeah. Shared lane markings, or sharrows, which is a combination of the word share and arrow, are the name of the markings used to designate streets where bicycles may share the travel lane with other vehicles at times.
This is a treat as well.
It is a treat, yeah. Oh, we did it. We did it. That's all of them. We got 15 out of 15. Oh, we did it. We didn't really, but that's what it told. That's what the program told us.
Yes.
Fun. And thanks, Nicole, for putting that together.
Like, oh, that was a lot of fun.
And so now let's get back to Halloween. Um, we're gonna talk about two events. Sumitra, I see you're wearing a, a Halloween on Central t-shirt from last year.
Yes, I am.
That's happening again this year.
Absolutely. Yes,
Oh.
Halloween Central is happening again this
Well,
year. This is our third year, I think, right?
yeah, yeah, it's definitely the third year. And the shirt that you have has the number 2 on it, so that confirms that we're going into the third year.
I didn't even notice it.
Well, you can't see your shirt, I can, right? Um, talk a little bit about what Halloween on Central is. It's an awesome event.
Yeah, Halloween on Central is an awesome event. We close out almost like 20 blocks on Central Avenue between Edge and Grand Central District. And the Central Avenue is closed for motorized vehicles, but you can bring your scooters, your bicycles, and you can bring your own 2 feet and like walk the length of the street. We have different kinds of vendors and treats available all throughout the street fest, and it's just such a like great time to be out and about and to have come dressed in your Halloween costume, like we will all be dressed in our Halloween costumes, and come check out like what everyone has on. It's like a big street party, and it's been like growing every single year. So like I'm so excited to see like how many people attend this year.
Yeah, and there's like, there's vendors in the streets too. There's like things to do. It's not just that, obviously you can go into the shops and the stores, but there's activities and stuff like Halloween activities. Um, I I attended the last 2 years, and I just like the feeling of being able to walk in the street without having to worry about getting hit by a car. Um, and seeing the kids enjoy that as well.
And
Um,
just having the street open like has like also like made people realize that like we can have like these events like that where streets could be closed for cars for an extended amount of time, and like we can actually enjoy our time on the street as opposed to feeling like we have to get out of the street like as soon as we step onto it. So
yeah,
it's a great
it's
event to
like
have as well.
it's like the street is lava any other day. Uh,
Yes.
do you know about any of the events that are happening this year?
I know Car Free St. Pete will be participating with her booth at 13th Street. At Central Avenue, we will have some candy. We will have trick or treat trivia. We are also sponsoring the bike racks at the 20th Street and 25th Street. So if you bring your bike, you can lock your bike up at the bike racks. Again, those are at 20th Street and 25th Street. The Halloween on Central is actually happening on October 29th. It will be from noon to 5 p.m. And the blocks that will be closed would be from MLK to the 31st Street.
That's a lot of that's a lot of street that's going to be open, you
Yeah,
know.
and like, I really thank the Edge District and the Grand Central District because they continue to support the event and, uh, help us like kind of coordinate this event. So I really feel lucky that we have partners in them.
Yeah, they did a great job last year, and this year's going to be great too.
Yeah, there is another event that I know you are putting on, but before we go to that, like I just want to let people know that they can find more about the Halloween on Central at halloweenoncentral.com. Um, but I know that Rosa Park is having a Halloween block party, which sounds super exciting. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so the Rosa Park Neighborhood Association is throwing a Rosa Park Halloween block party on October 21st. So that's this Saturday. And it's an evening event. So it's going to be going from 5 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And there are several events that are happening. So one of the events is we're going to be having movies on the park. So in Rosa Park on the hill, you can bring a blanket, have a picnic, and watch three different Halloween vintage animated shorts. Our whole theme is sort of like,
Mhm.
early 20th century. So we've got it's the Charlie Brown Great Big Pumpkin, Charlie Brown,
Um,
whatever the name of that cartoon is. That's showing at 6:30, and then at 7:30, it's Casper and Friends Trick or Treat.
okay.
And then at 8:30, it's the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which, if you haven't seen it, is like a very old, creepy Disney at like cartoon.
Mhm.
So you should definitely come to that if you want to be creeped out by a cartoon. So we're doing that. There's going to be a Halloween market. We have over 20 vendors coming that are going to line Rosa Park Drive. And we're going to have Latin Lunchbox and Nico's Pizza that are going to be there serving food. There's going to be treats. There's going to be artists that are selling their things as well. There's going to be a photo booth. Um, and then we are also hosting ghost tours through the neighborhood. Um, from starting at 5 p.m. every 45 minutes. Now, pre-sales are all sold out for the ghost tours, but we do have some walk-up tickets available, and we added a 9 p.m. ghost tour that's walk-up only. So you pay when first come gets the spots, but it's gonna be awesome. We actually, I don't know if people know this, but St. Pete is home to the longest running paranormal investigative team in the nation. And that is Spirits of St. Pete, and they uh worked with us to create the Ghost Tour, and Brandy Stark, who leads that team, is going to be doing half of the tours.
That's amazing. Do you know how many tickets you would have left for the ghost tours for the 9 p.m.?
So we're trying to cap the Ghost Tours at 15 people. So that last spot has only 15 people. So the earlier that you can come to the event and secure your spot, the better, right? To make sure you get that spot, because there has been a lot of interest, and that's why we added that extra tour um, to the event.
That's amazing. And where can people learn more about the event and buy tickets?
So you can go to roserparkishaunted.com. And that takes you to the event page. Pre-sales are all sold out, so it's walk up only for the tickets. The tickets are $20 for the ghost tours, but the event itself is free. Anybody can come. It's open to the public. So come, bring your blankets for the movies. There will be beer and wine. And we will have there'll be lots of treats for you to get from the market. So bring your friends. It's a family-friendly event. Bring your families. And yeah, for more info, go to roserparkishaunted.com.
And Roser Park is spelled Roser.
Yes, thank you for clarifying that. A lot of people think it's Rosa Parks, but it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Roser Park. Yeah. Yeah.
These are like two like action-packed weekends. Like for
Yeah, they really are. There's a lot of stuff going on in St. Pete in October. There really is a lot going on. These two events I like because they involve closing off streets and enjoying a public space together with other people, with your family or friends. And I think that especially for Halloween, that's very special, right? Because you're trick-or-treating and you're in costume, and you want to feel as safe as possible. And
sure.
so I like that these events do that, right? Because cars are, you have kids in costume. Cars are a real concern for everyone, for parents and everyone. So
And,
yeah.
and
So October 21st, Roser Park, and October 29th,
yes,
Edge District at Grand Central.
yep, Halloween on Central. Yes. And like I was going to add that like as you're trick-or-treating, you also want to feel safe as you cross the streets,
Yeah.
and not feel like you have to constantly look for cars as they like fly by you. So I
Yeah.
think it's a great ways to like kind of reclaim the streets, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is a fun segment. Is there
Yes.
anything else you want to add? Anything else we should add?
I I want to see what your various Spider-Man work.
This year's iteration of Spider-Man. Uh yeah, you will see it. You will see that. And I'm excited to see your flamingo pelican alligator palm tree costume.
Yeah, and I think I want to wish all of our listeners a happy Halloween.
All right, happy Halloween, guys.